Hello, what is going up, people? I got a gameplay here, tearing it up with a final score of 29 and 4, using the Scarab with a red dot and silencer, and I have a nice, funny fail at the end to end the game. But we'll get to that when it gets to that point. Anyway, I'm using the sleight of hand power perk. I couldn't tell you for the life of me what the other perks are because I switch them up all the time. At the moment I'm trying to level them all up, but I'll tell you the reason why I'm using the sleight of hand, or as the game calls it, I think it's faster reloading. Regardless, the reason I'm using it is because this game is extremely fast paced, and when I say extremely, I mean extraordinarily fast paced. The reason as well as I say that is because everyone's always on the move, and you've got the constant worry of being snuck up on by stealth. This game is always, or could say 50-50 about being a predator, and here I get a nice double air stomp and taking out the final guy, securing the crash site for my teammates, which is a nice little touch there. And you can see that little doll, I have no idea, some bad programming set up there. Yeah, slight disappointment. There is a lot of flaws that I would say the game needs addressed, and one of them being, I think, the hit detection, because I am always outgunned because my hit detection is terrible. Also, I have bad internet connection, which prompts, I don't know if prompts is the right word, but I'd say pushes me to lose the gunfights without it being my fault or my mistake, because I like to use my mistakes as a correction process. But nonetheless, let's go on. I got a little pro tip, moving around. Now I say moving around because this, as I said before, it is incredibly fast paced, and I don't know if people believe this or not, and maybe the small amount of campers that kill them. I mean, in this game you'd probably get sniped about 20% of the time, and people would complain about that. I complain about it myself because this game is fast paced. To be sniped is a bit of a itch on the neck, but anyway, nonetheless, forget the campers on this game because you hardly get any. Like this guy here, he did not know I was coming. He was sitting there unaware of his back, unaware that there are people always on the move, and just because his teammates have the crash site, he assumes that everyone will be towards the crash site. His mistake. Anyway, moving was key, and I cannot express it enough. You must keep on the move. You know, it comes down to your playstyle, whether you're a defensive player, an active player, fast-paced player, but keeping on the move. I don't know how to explain it in depth, but moving and constantly being alert. Your awareness has to be on point. I mean, I know I'm saying I'm going quite deep into the game, and I know the player base in the game is quite low, and it's decreasing, especially on the PS3, which is what I play it on. And it is a disappointment, and that's because the PSN went down. So I'm assuming that a lot of people who just bought the game transferred to the Xbox 360 because of their disappointment on the PS3, and having just bought the game, you obviously want to get into it. But you know, people quite impatient the process of the PSN offline. I was, but I stuck with them. It's always been my console. I'm not saying Xbox is any different. I mean, Xbox, in my opinion, has better network qualities, and that obviously prompts people to buy that regard more than this. I mean, the online is what controls the gaming community at the moment, especially Call of Duty, which of course I'd love to go into some, but my disc broke. There's a small tiny chip which is causing it to stop churning inside the PS3. Here I'm just completely talking about the Crysis 2 gameplay, I'm completely disallowing them to crash out until my team comes. Let me see, where do I want to go with this? So yeah, remember the pro tip about moving. Just keep moving regardless of what your playstyle is. Remember to choose the gun of your playstyle. I'll get more into the tips of the game later on, or maybe into another commentary. Most probably another commentary anyway. But we're halfway through now, so I wanted to talk about the soldier, and I want to get more in depth about that because obviously people probably didn't understand what I meant and what kind of idea it was. Now, I thought of this idea when I was sitting on a toilet. I know it's a bit disgusting to mention that, but yeah, I mean, oh, did I forget to mention? I was supposed to mention this in the beginning of the commentary. I'm not sure if I did. I had some good news and bad news. So I'll get back to what I was just saying, but I have some good news and bad news. The good news I'll start off with is I have ordered my PS21 headset. So looking forward to some better audio quality, because this is getting unbearable, and one of the earpieces keep undoing itself, and I can only hear in one ear. Not to mention some scratchy, itchy noise with the headset itself and the recording audio. So the PS21, which will be a great addition. I'll get to play with my any of the subs that I get in future, and we can play some Crysis 2. And when I get Black Ops, and in future Modern Warfare 3, Battlefield 3, and of course Uncharted 3, which I'm looking forward to. So November is a month that I am going to be dry in terms of money. But anyway, Soldier. So let me get back to this. So basically, to give a rundown, I'm gonna give you a watered down version of the beginning. I won't get too in depth because I don't want to spoil it. I really do have the gameplay. I have everything set up. I just need the audio to record, which I'm waiting for my headset, which should be soon. So, I mean, you could be looking for an earlier release, but 2 weeks is what I'd give it. So no surprise and no expectations. But yeah. So basically, it starts off with let's say a private soldier. This is his first time in war, and you have to understand that in his mind it's not a game. There is no spawn. You die, you die. Obviously when he dies in the game, I can twist it around sometimes. Look at his failed air stomp as I chase this guy. Anyway, so I twist it around sometimes. When he dies, he doesn't exactly die. He's patched up, he's dragged away, he's helped, he's amended to fight another day, technically. But regardless, so he's on this battlefield, and it starts off at this point of time where Alpha and Charlie, as everyone knows as he played Battlefield or Call of Duty, they know that Charlie is on one side and Alpha is on the opposite end, where Bravo is in the middle. And in this segment, he is in the middle of the whole battlefield, and Bravo, they've captured Bravo, but they are pinned down, and he's picking them out, trying to secure Bravo for his teammates. But then as he sits down and starts thinking and processing what he's going to do next and where he's going to go, his nightmare rolls the corner, and it is a tank. Now you have to take consideration that this is his first time in war. He is a private, and he is you know, just taking it all in, and not to mention that he is being pinned down, that a tank rolls around the corner, and it is interesting to hear what he has to think, what's going through his mind, what he's feeling at the time, and what move he'll make. You know, whether he runs, and also the only way he can run is towards the enemy territory, either way. So he's pinned down, and he has pretty much tight options. So he either has to run, or he has to you know, try to take the tank out, the obvious way to take out the tank, or confide with his teammates and find another way, find something else. We're coming up to the fail part, I think it is anyway around here. But yeah, so the soldier is an interesting thing. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. It's basically me scripting a non-scripted event with some editing, some voice acting, and some little music here and there. Also, could someone be so kind as to enlighten me on a good music maker to create background music, possibly montage music, and even sound effects? That would be nice. And maybe even comment on what you thought of the commentary, what I need to improve, what you want to see next. If you want to see some more Crysis, maybe even Battlefield Bad Company. I haven't got a problem with showing you some squad deathmatch even because it's quite short. Here's the fail. I bring out my jaw, and I missed a triple. If I timed that right, I could even possibly got a quad feed. And through my excitement, I die, and that caused my third death. The others were probably from my mistakes, but that one there was such a stupid move. And then I had the audacity to pull out my jaw once again and attempt the same fail, except this time I jump in there, fire at whoever, whatever, and nothing. causing the final kill cam. This has been Puck. Hope you enjoyed. I got 29 and 4. Peace.